Vikings, let's win the game.
Attention fans, get ready because something big is on the way. The Minnesota Vikings are planning a colossal move this offseason. A $100 million play is on the table. The team is willing to trade the precious 24th draft pick for a player from an AFC North team. Who is this player worth the trade? Welcome. Show your Viking support by reaching 100 thumbs up on today's video. We know that football never sleeps, and even in the offseason, behind-the-scenes moves can determine the fate of a team for the next year. In this context, have you thought about the steps a team like the Vikings needs to take to stay competitive? There is a real chance that the Minnesota Vikings may be forced to rebuild their secondary defense this offseason, as their top 4 cornerbacks and 2 safeties are about to sign new contracts for the 2025 league year. That's right. The franchise is at a significant crossroads this year. General Manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah and his staff will likely prioritize Pro Bowl cornerback Byron Murphy Jr., but the team may also be looking for replacements for permanent starters like Cameron Bynum, Stephon Gilmore, and possibly even Harrison Smith. And here comes the big news. NFL draft experts see the Vikings targeting a possible franchise cornerback like Shaven Revel Jr. or Benjamin Morrison with their first-round pick in the 2025 NFL draft. And there's more. Ben Solak, a writer for ESPN, recently mentioned the Vikings in an intriguing trade idea: the 24th overall to the Cleveland Browns for none other than superstar corner Denzel Ward. With no competitive future in sight, I expect the Browns to trade players for picks. Both cornerbacks, Denzel Ward, who had an excellent season, and Greg Newsome should be made available, and one will be traded. In my opinion, I expect a young and ascending team to put a first-round pick on the table for Ward and give the Browns the draft capital they need to aggressively rebuild, Solak opines. This move would undoubtedly be a bold way to fix a major roster need. Just imagine, pairing Murphy Jr. with Ward would put the Vikings in a favorable position for many years, with a rising star in Josh Metellus still firmly in the mix in a nickel Tucker safety role. Ward signed a 5-year, $100.5 million extension with Cleveland in 2022 and is under contract through 2027. His cap hit in 2025 of $24.5 million is more than reasonable for a number 1 cornerback, and there's a potential out in his deal in 2026 if Minnesota needs the cap savings down the road. Considering Minnesota's wealth of cap space entering the 2025 free agency, the money in Ward's deal shouldn't be a factor, especially if the team opts to move on from Sam Darnold this offseason. The trade between the Vikings and Browns for a pick swap for Denzel Ward makes sense, as both Revel Jr. and Morrison, the top cornerback prospects who are expected to be available late on day 1 of April's draft, are recovering from season-ending injuries. The Vikings are projected to have 4 total selections in 2025, including a 3rd-round compensatory pick courtesy of Kirk Cousins. This raises a question for you, fan. How would you feel about sacrificing a first-round draft pick to secure proven talent like Denzel Ward? Leave your comment below. Your opinion makes a big difference. Hit that subscribe button to receive more exclusive news like this. Stay tuned. SKOL Vikings, let's go.